Hey, good evening. So tonight's bushing night. We just pulled these guys out of the freezer. You can put your tongue on there if you want. I don't think so. And it's sitting in the freezer for 24 hours. So I'm going to show you how I get these things pressed in. First A-frame's done, and you can see right here that the bushing's in place on both sides. All right, I did a little pre-greasing with it. Not a lot, but let me show you how I did it. Right or wrong, it works. And hopefully the little bit of grease that's in there will help protect it from further corrosion. Okay, let me get organized here. What I did, I got a little grease here. This is just some red and tacky stuff. All right, and I just put a finger wipe inside here. Also wipe the outside of this bad boy. But Mike, that's too much grease. All right. I have a socket here. It's a 1-inch socket, which fits perfectly here on this bushing. So the rubber's inside, but I got enough lip on here to catch that. Let me find a rag. All right. I want the rubber to slide through nice and easy, right? The lips on these go to the outside, so this one will come in from this direction. And I'll just tap that in just a little bit. Just to sort of hold that in place. Get this clamp started. To get it started, let's go over to the arbor press. Let's see what I'm catching on here. A little bit of a dance. There we go. Let's seat that dude right in there. Flip it over. You'll notice I'm using the cutout. So the bearing has some place to go. That's it. 2 bushings are in. Anyhow, that manual arbor press worked pretty good. And the socket, it fits on this rubber good, but it did bend down the flanges a little bit. You can see I get a little bit of an off bend here. But the bushing's all the way through. And, yep, bolts go through without any issues. Nothing's binding up there. So what we'll do next is we'll build up the hangers, put the bumpers on there, and start reassembling the hubs and getting all that garbage bolted up. Actually pretty surprised at how simple those things slid in. The arbor press was awesome. I'm glad I got it working. And Now all we got to do is put the hanger pieces back on there and start working on all the other pieces that go onto this A-frame. So we got a flat washer in there, lock washer in there, and you're going to need some needle nose pliers to get that nut started. It's just too tight for a normal set of fingers. All right, give us a ratchet and tighten that bad boy up. 9/16 nut on the back of this thing. And go ahead and use German specs and get her good and tight. All right, new bumper. You notice I'm not real excited, jumping around, acting all weird, because there's a reason. I've been up since 4:45 this morning. Had to be to work by 5:45, and then I worked all day and didn't get out of there until about 5:15, so I'm a little bit tired. And I damn sure wanted to get these bushings on tonight. So coming up on this weekend, I can rock and roll with, you know, getting these freaking A-frames back together. So, it's a good 10-footer, right? Looks good from your house. Hold this thing so that it goes. Good and tight. I like it. Remember when all you had was regular old masking tape back in the day?
Hard for me to get because I got a split right through the corner of my thumb. Boy, it hurts like hell.
Won't have much. Mother beautiful. That's it. Bushings are in. And we'll probably make a huge dent tomorrow as we work on these hubs and stuff and get them reassembled back onto these A-frames. But looks good. All right. That's how I did it. Okay. That's it, man. The bushings are in place. I didn't really have any problems. The only thing I noticed right at the very beginning when I was trying to do this was I was thinking, you know, what's the best way to set these things and then get them over to the bench? To be honest with you, I tried a couple different things. The Harbor Freight hydraulic press, it's just in the way, all right? There's no good way to support the A-frame unless you come up with some kind of contraption, because I'm holding on to the heavy end. You know, you've got the lip here, which is being supported on something, but that's not where you want your pressure. You want a cup or something supporting this portion of the frame as you press it in. Otherwise, you risk damaging stuff and bending things. So the manual arbor press did the trick, and man, I couldn't be any happier. So yeah, we got the bumpers on, the bushings are in. And the next thing we're going to do is work on getting the brake lines routed on here and set up. They're pretty simple. I got to make another one because I can't find the right side. This is the left, which would be here, okay? And it fits in just like this. I don't know if your video will be able to pick that up, but that kind of goes there. And then we're going to build these hubs. And those hubs will get mounted back up to this location. And of course the backing plate and everything for the brake is there. Wheel cylinders and everything, and all that stuff will be hooked up, except for this point where we'll have a rubber hose that goes to the T up under the chassis. But what we're going to do is we're going to get the splined ends of the axle shafts off, because they're connected by U-bolts, right, for the U-joints. And we're going to get that entire mechanism, you know, new races in here, bearings packed, the spline shaft in there, the nut torqued down. Everything's going to be tight and sealed and mounted. So all I have to do is take this entire unit up underneath the vehicle, hang the brackets, okay, and while it's dangling there, we'll set the spring in, and then we will lift this thing up with a jack, get the shock connected. The shock does play a role in holding this thing up, and then start cinching everything down. So we're getting there. So hopefully by tomorrow night or going into Saturday, we will have these frames completely done and ready to go back underneath the vehicle. So that's pretty much it. I don't know yet if I'm going to go ahead and build the brakes on these units. I may do that just to save time, and but I do need to be conscious of the amount of weight I'm dealing with, because I, you know, I have to move it over there, and I certainly don't want to damage anything by moving it. But this brake line we're going to have to make. I mean, it's still serviceable, but it's ugly. And I think what I'm going to do is go purchase some line that's made for this kind of stuff, and it'll flex easy, it'll be nice and strong, and then get that piece in there. I don't want to put this old line back in. All right, that's it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it, and you know, if you see something I did wrong, say something. Yeah, don't comment on the finished job. This looks like doo-doo, but I got to get it running. So you know, we got a thing coming up on the 21st. All right, have a good night, folks. It's time for me to go drink something and possibly hit the sack. I've been up since 4:45 this morning, and I'm exhausted. All right, see ya.